Welcome to your Saturday. Welcome to your 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time journey into power. Thank you for joining us on the interwebs. It's super cool to have a community in person and virtual. It's very exciting. It's uncharted territory for a lot of us, which is always a good thing because growing is learning. Yeah, the learning is in the growing, not in the knowing, right? So let's get started. Let's take a journey into power together. 60 minutes, child's pose. Knees wide, big toes touch, fingers stretch out long, press your forehead down into the earth. Get grounded into being in this space, on your mat, in your body. Ujjayi breathing right away. Build your inner fire from your inside out. Hug skin to muscle to bone, downward facing dog. Fingers spread wide, feet wide. Press your hips up and back and breathe. Full breath in, full breath out. Step your feet to your hands, ragdoll. Beat hips with distance, clasp opposite elbows with opposite hands. Let your head be heavy. Press your hips up and press down through your heels. Pull the pit of your belly in and up. Big breath in. Big breath out. Again, breathe in. Let it go. And come up to standing with a long, straight spine. Bring your hands to heart center. Gaze out in front of you, drishti open. We'll begin today's practice with 3 ohms. Breathe in. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in and flow. Plant your hands, vinyasa, high plank, low plank, upward facing dog, breathe in, downward facing dog, breathe out, lift your hips. 5 breaths right here. Downward facing dog, pulling the pit of your belly in and up. Full breath in. Gaze between your big toes. Breathe in. Breathe out. Fill up. And empty out. Inhale here. Bend your knees, look at your thumbs, step, hop, or jump top of your mat. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Root down, reach up, extended mountain, breathe. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, inhale, and flow. Plant your hands. Move through your vinyasa, high plank, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, 5 breaths. Gaze between your big toes. Squeeze your inner thighs in, squeeze your forearms in towards one another, skin to muscle to bone engagement. Intentional gaze, intentional breath, intentional muscle energy. Breathe in, breathe out. Again, breathe in. Bend your knees, look at your thumbs, step, hop, jump top of your mat. Halfway lift, forward fold. Extended mountain, root down, reach up, look up, breathe in. Exhale, fold right back down. Halfway lift, breathe in and flow. High plank, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, 5 breaths. Breathe in, breathe out, and breathe in. Let it go. Again, fill up. Exhale, bend your knees, travel top of your mat, step, hop, or jump. Halfway lift, forward fold. Extended mountain, ground down, reach up, look up, breathe in. Exhale, fold, empty out. Halfway lift, vinyasa, high plank to low plank. Upward facing dog, lift your chest, lift your gaze. Downward facing dog, lift your hips. 5 breaths, right here, right now. 5 breaths in your body, rooting down through your hands and feet, filling up into your back body, breathing in deeply. One more breath all together right here. Breathe in, bend your knees, look at your thumbs, step, hop, or jump top of your mat. Halfway lift, forward fold. Extended mountain, get big, reach up, look up, exhale, fold. Halfway lift, inhale, vinyasa, high plank to low plank. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Gaze between your toes, big, full back body breath. 4 more just like that. Breathe in and breathe out. Fill up and let it go. Breathe in, breathe out. Once more. Bottom of your exhale, look at your thumbs, step, hop, jump, land, top of your mat, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Last sun A, root down, reach up, look up, breathe in. Exhale, fold, empty out. Halfway lift, breathe in and flow like water from high plank to low plank. Upward facing dog, press down, lift up. Downward facing dog, send your hips high. Full breath in. Exhale it, let it go. Breathe in and empty. Again, send it away. Breathe in. Bottom of your exhale, look at your thumbs, step, hop, jump, top of your mat. Halfway lift, forward fold. One pose, one breath. Sit low, reach high, chair pose. Breathe in. Exhale, bow. Halfway lift and flow, high plank, low plank. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Warrior 1, right side step. Squeeze in, reach up, lift up, look up, flow. Plant your hands. High plank, low plank, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior 1, left side step, big, take up a whole lot of space. Ground down, reach up, lift up, and flow. Plant your hands. Move your body. High plank, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Squeeze your forearms in towards center line. Pull the pit of your belly in and up. Total body expression, skin to muscle to bone. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Once more, breathe in. Bend your knees, look at the top of your mat and land there. Step, hop, or jump. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Bring your big toes to touch, chair pose, sit low, reach high. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, breathe in and flow from high plank to low plank. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, lift your hips. Warrior one, step big, right foot forward, root down, reach up, lift up, look up, and flow. Plant your hands. High plank, low plank, upward facing dog. Breathe in, downward facing dog. Breathe out, left side, step big, warrior one. Squeeze in, reach up, lift up. Exhale, plant your hands. Move your body, high and low. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Tap into the physicality of this practice. Allow the tapas, the heat that you're creating, allow it to rise up and take you over. Build your inner fire with your breath, your total body engagement, and come into the physicalness of you. Breathe in. Bend your knees, look at your thumbs, step, hop, jump, top of your mat. Halfway lift, fold. Chair, sit low, reach high, bow. Halfway lift, breathe in, and flow. High plank, low plank, upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Step big, warrior one, right side, root down, squeeze in, reach up, lift up, then flow, plant your hands. High plank, low plank, upward facing dog, breathe in, downward facing dog, warrior one, left side, root down, squeeze in, reach up, lift up, and flow. Hands plant, high, low, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Yeah, generate the heat with your breath. Generate the heat with your muscle engagement, skin to muscle to bone. Pull the pit of your belly in and up. Soften your elbows, soften your knees. Take another breath in. Exhale, bend your knees, look at your thumbs, travel top of your mat, jump. Halfway lift, forward fold. Chair pose, sit low, reach high. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, breathe in and flow, plant your hands, high plank, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, warrior one, right side, step big, root down, reach up. Flow, hands plant, move through your vinyasa, enjoy the spaces in between, savor your downward facing dog, warrior one, right side, step big, squeeze in, reach up, lift up, look up, flow, hands plant, high plank, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, warrior one, left side, step big, root down, squeeze, reach up, lift up, and flow. Plant your hands, high, low, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, ha. Yeah, breathe in, make some noise, side out, ha. Lift your right leg high, strong, and straight. Flex your foot, press out through your heel. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Come up onto the tippy toes of your bottom toe and flip your dog. Both feet come down to the earth. Press down through your heels. Lift your hips. Reach your fingers. Lift your gaze. Take a big breath and reach through your extended hand. And then side plank, right hand center of your mat. Spin over. Pull in, press down, lift your top foot, reach your top hand, stack your shoulders. Take a big breath in, downward facing dog, let it go. Breathe in. Make some noise, side out. Ah. Lift your left leg strong and straight. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Come up onto your tippy toes and flip your dog. Press down through your heels and reach your fingers. Lift your hips. Expand from the inside out. Side plank, left hand center of your mat. Pull your belly button in, press down through hand and foot to fly your top foot. Send your gaze up towards your top hand. Get big. Downward facing dog, let it go. Take a breath in. Make some noise, let it go. Step your right foot forward for crescent lunge. Root down, squeeze in, reach up, lift up, look up. Bring your hands to heart center and twist to the right. Bring your elbow to your knee to your elbow. Split your palms and straighten your arms. Take a big breath. Open up to warrior two. Yeah, shoulders away from your ears. Stack front knee over front ankle. Gaze over your front middle finger. Flip your front palm, reach up, reverse, breathe in. Extended side angle, right side. Bring your forearm to your thigh or fingers to your earth. Stack your shoulders, reaching through your left fingertips. Send your gaze up towards the ceiling. Spin your heart towards the ceiling. Take a breath here. Breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, vinyasa, high plank, low plank. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Left foot forward, crescent lunge. Squeeze into center. Lift your heart, lift your fingers. Bring your hands to heart center. Twist to the left. Elbow to knee, knee to elbow. Press them into one another. Split your hands, straighten your arms. Take a breath here. Exhale, let it go. One more, breathe in. Open up to warrior two. Take up space. Bring your shoulders down away from your ears. Flip your front palm, reach up, reverse, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Extended side angle, left side. Forearm to thigh, fingers to earth. Press your front shin towards the top of your mat. Send your gaze up towards your top fingers. Take a big breath here. Exhale, plant your hands, flow, high plank, low plank. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Take a big breath in. Bend your knees, look at your thumbs, step, hop, or jump top of your mat. Halfway lift, fold. Bring your big toes to touch, sit low, chair pose. Hands to heart center, twist to the right. Pull back on your left hip to sit deeper. Split your palms, straighten your arms. Take a big breath here. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, breathe in, sit low. Exhale, hands to heart center. Chair twist to the left, elbow to knee, knee to elbow. Split your palms, straighten your arms, sit deep. Take a breath in. Let that breath go. Take another breath in. Exhale, fold, empty out. Toe heel your feet, hips width distance apart. Grab your big toes with your peace fingers. Pull your chest to your thighs and let your head be heavy. Press down through your heels, up through your sits bones. Full breath in, full breath out. Release your big toes. Take palms to toes, forward fold. Hands all the way underneath your feet. Stand on your hands. Drop your head. Shift your weight into your toes. Pull the pit of your belly in and up. Release and set up for crow pose. Spread your fingers wide, hands underneath your shoulders, crow or yogic squat, yogi's choice. If you're coming into crow, set your gaze out in front of you. Shift your weight forward, squeeze into center. We're here for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Vinyasa, high plank, low plank, upward facing dog, breathe in, downward facing dog, breathe out. Take a breath in. Bend your knees, look at your thumbs, step, hop, or jump top of your mat. Halfway lift, fold. Come up to stand with a long, straight spine. Set your drishti, set your gaze on something that's not moving. Shift your weight into your left foot and come into eagle with your right thigh up and over, your right arm up and under. Everything that's touching, squeeze it into center line. And we're here for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change sides. Wrap left leg up and over, left arm up and under, and squeeze into center for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And change sides. Intentional gaze, intentional movement, intentional squeezing into center for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change sides. Second set. Last set, second set. Come into the pose. Let it land in your body and be here for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. Come to stand. Standing leg raise. Bring your right knee into your chest. Flex your foot. Set your drishti. Take the yogi toe lock if you're working with that, or keep your hand on your shin. Open your leg out to the side. Extend your left arm. Press out through your fingertips. Pull in on your belly button and your bottom ribs. Expand out through your hands and feet for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back to center. Kick your foot forward. Reach your fingers up towards the ceiling. And then airplane pose, arms back by your side. Kick your right leg back behind you. Toes point straight down, chin out of your chest. Drop your hip. Take a breath in. Hands to heart center. Half moon, left hand down to the earth or to a block. Stack your shoulders. Slight bend to your standing knee. Reach your top hand up towards the ceiling. Look up towards your ceiling. Take a big breath here. Bring both feet down to the earth and come up to stand and switch sides. Bring your left knee into your chest. Flex your foot strong. Take the yogi toe lock if you're working with that. Open your leg out to the side. Extend your right arm. Can you see your right thumb? Be here for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back to center. Kick your foot. Reach your fingers. Airplane pose. Left leg. Kick it back. Press out through your heel. Drop your left hip. Take a breath in. Bring your hands to heart center. Half moon. Bottom hand down to the block. Stack your shoulders. Stack your hips. Press down through your standing foot. Get light through your top fingers. Breathe here for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring both feet down to the mat and come up to stand. Dancer pose. Root your right foot into the earth. Right arm reaches high. Set your drishti, set your gaze, and come into the pose. Let it land in your body and be here for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change sides. Left foot roots down, toes stretch out onto the mat. Grab the inside of your right foot and kick your foot into your hand. Pull back on your foot with your hand for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change sides. Second set, new experience, new breath. Take the pose, let it land, and be here for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change sides. Intentional movement. Rooting down through the sole of your foot. Grab the inside of your back foot and kick. Kick and pull, kick and pull, kick and pull, and kick and pull. Join both feet on the earth and come to stand. Take a breath in. Let it go. A tree pose. Root down through the sole of your left foot. Bring your right foot to your ankle, your calf, or your inner thigh. Press into center line. Pull your belly button in, your bottom ribs in. Send your fingers up towards the ceiling. Lift your heart up towards the ceiling. Look up and lean back. Do what it takes to fall out of your tree. Close your eyes. Experience the newness of uncertainty. Step into it. Fall out of your tree. For 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change sides. And press into center line, foot, ankle, calf, or inner thigh. From the floor to the core, pull in. Lift your heart up towards the ceiling. Lift your fingers up towards the ceiling. Look up and lean back. Look up and lean back and fall out of your tree. Close your eyes. Do what it takes to be here newly. Fall out of your tree. For 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come to stand. Take a breath in. Let it go. Extended mountain, root down, reach up, lift up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in and flow. Plant your hands, move your body through high plank and low plank. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Warrior 1, step forward, right foot. Root down, reach up, lift up. Open up to warrior 2, expand out. Flip your front palm, reverse, breathe in. Straighten your front leg and bring a slight bend to your knee. Reach your right fingers forward and come into triangle pose. Bring your fingertips down to a block on the outside of your right shin. Send your gaze up to your left thumb. Be here. Big breath in. Big breath out. Breathe in. Exhale, come up to stand. Pivot both toes to the long edge of your mat, side facing wide angle forward fold. Bring your feet wide, bring your fingertips down to the mat, drop your head, lift your hips, and then toe heel your feet out wider. Walk your fingertips back, crawl them away from you, pull your chest through the window of your legs. Press your hips up and drop your head down. Notice your pinky toes. Breathe in. Breathe out. Crawl your fingers out underneath your shoulders, halfway lift. Toe heel your feet in, come up to stand. Pivot your right toes to the short edge of your mat. Step your left foot halfway up your mat, setting up for pyramid pose. Square your hips like headlights to the front of your mat. Reach your fingers up towards the ceiling. Pull your belly button in, your bottom ribs in. Hinge at your hips and reach to the front of your mat. Bring your fingertips down to frame your front foot and send your nose towards your pinky toe. We're here for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Twisting triangle. Left hand stays. Right fingers reach for the ceiling. Press down through your back heel. Reach through your fingertips for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. Vinyasa. Plant your hands. High plank. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward for warrior 1. Squeeze in, reach up, lift up. Open up for warrior 2. Flip your front palm, reverse. Straighten your front leg. Now bend your knee ever so slightly. Reach your fingers towards the front of your mat. Come into triangle pose with your fingertips to a block, stacking your shoulders. Send your gaze up to your top hand. Press out through the pinky toe edge of your back foot. Take a breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Exhale, come up to stand. Pivot your toes to the long edge of your mat. Side facing wide angle forward fold with a bind. Clasp your hands at the small of your back. Press your fists down to the earth and then up towards the ceiling. Pull your shoulders away from your ears and a slight bend to your elbows. Send your weight out into your pinky toes. And we're here for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come up to stand. Pivot your left toes to the short edge of your mat. Bring your right foot halfway up your mat. Short stance, wide stance. Press down through your heels. Square your hips. Pull your belly button in, your bottom ribs in. Reach your fingers up towards the ceiling. Hinge at your hips. Bring your fingertips down to the earth. Fold over your front thigh. Take a big breath in. Let it go. Breathe in. Empty out. One more big breath. Twisting triangle, right hand sticks, left fingers reach to the ceiling. Spin your heart towards the ceiling. Look up to your top hand. Root down through your back heel. Take one more big breath. Vinyasa, plant your hands. Move your body through high plank and low plank. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Shift your weight forward into a high plank and slow and controlled lower down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way down to your belly. Bring your arms back by your sides. Palms face the earth. Setting up for locust pose. Press your pubic bone down into the earth. Fly your hands, heart, feet, rise up. Stay here for a count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower down. Bring your other ear to the mat. Breathe in. Breathe out. Locust pose, second set. Press down, lift up for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower down, release. Take a breath in. Let it go. Floor bow, bend your knees, grab your feet, grab your ankles, and kick your feet into your hands. Pull back on your feet with your hands and rise up, yogi, for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. Windshield wiper your legs from side to side. Take a breath in. Let it go. And rise up, second set, floor bow. Kick your feet into your hands. Pull back on your feet with your hands and kick for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. Windshield wiper your legs from side to side. Plant your hands wide on your mat, upward facing dog. Upward facing dog for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Downward facing dog. Come down to your knees and set up camel pose. Stack your hips over your knees. Toes can be tucked or untucked. Pull your belly button in, your bottom ribs in. Lift your heart up towards the ceiling. Look up and lean back. Look up and lean back for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly come out of camel. Sit back on your heels. Take a breath in. Let it go. Camel second set. Set it up. Lift your heart, lift your gaze, look up and lean back for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower down, slow and controlled. Take a breath in. Release that breath. And make your way onto your back for bridge pose. Knees are bent, feet are firmly planted into the earth. And come into the pose. If you know bridge in your body, which you probably do, lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Press down through your heels. Maybe you clasp your hands at the small of your back. Press your fist into the earth. Lift your hips high towards the ceiling and be here for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower down. Take a breath in. Let it go. And then bridge number 2 or wheel. Rise up. We'll do 6. This is number 1 for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Number 2, bridge or wheel. Rise up for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower down with control. Breathe in. Breathe out. Number 3, yogi, rise up. Your bridge, your wheel, come into your pose. Let it land and be here for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower down. Clear a breath in. Clear a breath out. And then number 4, rise up, bridge or wheel. Your practice, your pose. Rise up for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower down with control. Reset. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then again, rise up, bridge or wheel. Rise up, yogi. Come into your power for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slow and control. Lower down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last one, right here, right now. Your practice, your pose, bridge or wheel. Rise up for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower down, Supta Baddha Konasana. Press the soles of your feet together. Press all of your toes into all of your other toes. Let your knees be wide. Happy baby. Bend your knees. Grab the outside edges of your feet and kick your feet towards the ceiling. Press your tailbone down to the earth. Rock from side to side. Release your happy baby. Extend your legs up towards the ceiling. Clasp your hands at the nape of your neck. Lower your right foot down to a hover and flex your foot. Lift your shoulders up off the earth and pulse towards your left pinky toe, flexing your foot for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs up, shoulders down. Take a breath in. Let that breath go. Lower your left leg down to a hover. Lift your shoulders up off the earth and pulse toward your right pinky toe for 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Legs up, shoulders down. Bring your hands underneath your tailbone. Send your legs up towards the ceiling, pressing up through your heels. 30, 60 legs, we'll do 5 of these. Lower your legs down 30, flexing your feet, then 60. Pull your toes back towards your face. Hover your feet off the earth 2 inches. Look up and see your toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 legs up, shoulders down. Lower down 30, 60. Hover your feet, look at your toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 legs up, shoulders down. Number 3, lower down 30, then 60. Hover your feet, look at your toes for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 legs up, shoulders down. Number 4, lower down 30, then 60. Then hover your feet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 legs up, shoulders down. Lower down 30, last one right here, 30, then 60. Then hover your feet, look at your toes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 legs up, shoulders down. Pull your knees into your chest. Rock from side to side. So good, so good. Yogi bicycles. Clasp your hands at the nape of your neck. Stack your knees over your hips and flex your feet. Extend your right leg out long with a flexed foot. Bring your right elbow to your left knee and switch. Yogi bicycles for 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 5, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Hug your knees into your chest. Let it go. Rock from side to side. High boat. High boat, lift your chest, activate your feet. Low boat. We'll do 3. This is number 2. High boat, low boat, high boat. Last high boat, last low boat. Low boat for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release, take in a full body stretch. Reach your fingers, point your toes, flex your feet. Downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Extend your right leg high, strong and straight. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Half pigeon, bring your right knee to your right wrist. Keep your feet active. Press your feet down into the earth. And stretch your fingers long out in front. Bring your forehead down to the earth. Come into this pose. Let it land in your body. And be here in your skin. Feel what you feel. See what you see. And we're here for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch sides with intentional movement, efficient movement from one side to the other, and half pigeon left side. Active feet. And come into the pose. Let your forehead land on the earth, stretching your fingers long out in front. Be here in your body. See what you see, hear what you hear, feel what you feel. And stretch your torso out over your front shin now that you've been here for a moment. Create a long spine. And we're here for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come back up, fingertips onto the earth. Sweep your right leg out in front and set up double pigeon. Stack your shins, flex your feet strong flexed feet. Press down through your sits bones, lift through the crown of your head, and flex your feet. We're here for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch the stack of your shins. Double pigeon, opposite side. Top shin becomes bottom shin, and flex your feet. Press down through your sits bones, up through the crown of your head for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release double pigeon and set up frog pose. Fold your mat in half under one knee. Extend your leg bones out of your hips at a 90-degree angle, your shins out of your knees at a 90-degree angle. Bring your forearms down to the earth. And bring your attention to your big toes pressing into the earth. Take a big breath in. Let that breath go. Breathe in and breathe out. We're here for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Crawl forward to come out of frog. Bring your belly onto the earth. Bring your legs back together behind you. And pause here for just a moment. Breathe in, breathe out, and set up seated single leg extension with your right leg extended long. Press your left foot into your right inner thigh. Flex your right foot, dig your heel into the earth. Press the crown of your head up towards the ceiling, and then reach for your toes. Reach for your right toes. Soften over your extended leg. For 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change sides. Left leg extends out long. Right foot, inner thigh. Reach your fingers up towards the ceiling. Hinge, reach for your pinky toes. For 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back up to seated. Extend both legs out long. Seated forward fold. Dig your heels down into the earth and then pull your heels back in towards your body. Reach your fingers up towards the ceiling. Hinge, reach for your toes and fold. For 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse tabletop. Plant your hands, bend your knees, press your feet down, lift your hips up towards the ceiling for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower down. Fish pose. Bring your hands back behind your hips, come down to your forearms. Lift your heart up towards the ceiling. Look up and lean back for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come up out of fish and set up your inversion practice. You can take waterfall pose with a brick underneath your sacrum, legs up towards the ceiling. You can take shoulder stand, traditional headstand, whatever inversion is part of your practice. Go upside down. If you're in shoulder stand, take your toes down to the earth, come into plow. Traditional headstand, press down so strong through your forearms, through your fingers. Integrate your shoulders onto your back. For plow pose, bend your knees, bring your knees down by your ears for deaf man's pose. For headstanders, keep pressing down through your forearms. Deaf man's pose, slowly roll down out of your inversion. Headstander, slowly pike down. Shoulder stand, taking a full body stretch. Headstand, take child's pose. Taking a full body stretch. Hug your right knee into your chest. Supine twist. Left hand takes right knee across your body. Right arm comes out like a wing. Send your gaze out to your right thumb. Let gravity do all the work here. Soften your breath. Soften your gaze. Soften your shoulders down to the earth. And breathe. And come back to center. Extend your right leg long. Pull your left knee into your chest. Give it a squeeze. Give it some love. Supine twist, opposite side. And soften. Soften your gaze. Soften your breath. See what there is to see. Hear what there is to hear. And be here. And come back to center. Take Supta Baddha Konasana. Press the soles of your feet together. Let your knees be wide. And touch in. Bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Release your Ujjayi breath. Release control over your gaze, control over your skin, your muscles, and your bones. Allow your body to soften. And take your feet out long on your mat. Bring their feet wide. Let your feet be really far apart. Bring your arms down by your sides, palms up. Eyes closed, eyes heavy. And let your breath be natural. Shavasana. And wiggle your fingers and toes. And take a breath in. Exhale it out. Roll to your right side and pause. And make a list of 3 things that you're grateful for right here and right now. And say something kind to yourself. And slowly press yourself up to an easy seat at the top of your mat, bringing your hands to heart center, pressing your thumbs into your chest and sitting tall. And honor yourself for coming to your mat, for doing this work, for doing this practice. And we will seal class with 3 ohms. Breathe in. Bring your thumb knuckles to your forehead center, touch in. And together we bow. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you so much for joining us.